again, a lot of people are really concerned about banks. Look, the banks are in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, is that concern valid?
Personally, I do. I mean, I spent almost 20 years in the banks, Wall Street banks, and I know what they get up to behind the scenes as well as what's actually reported to the
Okay.
regulators. So, look, at the moment, with regards to the banks, there are a lot of bad loans that are falling over. Commercial properties collapsed. The big banks are in the can for the commercial properties, but they're not so much in for the residential properties. That's all packaged up and flicked out to investors. But yeah, so the banks are in big trouble. And what we've got going on in the markets is a lot of silver shorting. I'll just quickly briefly explain that. We all know what long investments are. That's when we buy something and we hold it, and when the price goes up, we make money. On a short trade, which is not generally for individuals, it's more for institutes that trade on the short side of a deal. You basically got to borrow the investment, and then you're subject to margin calls. So if the investment drops in value, then you've got to pay whoever you borrowed the investment from, which is generally a broker, margin calls. So we've got shorts going on. They've been on for a long time, actually, since 2011. Basically, how they do it, they short the silver price through the futures markets on the COMEX, which is the Commodities Exchange in New York. So one COMEX contract is 5,000 ounces of silver, and there's around about 200,000 contracts that are short at the moment. So that's 1 billion ounces of silver they're short. So if you're short and the price goes up, you lose money. Right? So for every dollar that silver goes up, the banks are losing $1 billion.
Wow. Okay.
Right? And it's gone up $14 in the last 6 weeks.